everybody. Welcome back to Rebels in the White House. Early's 1864 raid on DC. I'm John, half-ass gaming, fresh over my COVID infection. So I did record a video and posted a turn 2 video. Didn't like where that went, had numerous problems. Problems that I created and problems with the recovery button, which was not recovering the Union side. So I've decided to scrap it and we're going to start over, and here we are. And you guys know that if you watch the video, you know that nothing really happened as the rebels were trying to improve their lot in life. They were put on the board with lots of fatigue and exhaustion, so they really didn't do much of anything, at least their infantry units. So let's get on about the business of doing turn 2, which is actually July 3rd, 1864. All right, so I'm at the random advanced sequence game. Easy for me to say. Advanced game sequence of play, random events. Here's the 2-die roll. That's going to be 7. No, heat. Heat. I hate it. We've already had heat. And now we got to have heat again. Hold on, wait a minute. I think there's something we can do here. No, just clone the damn thing and take it over here. Excuse me. So heat basically adds 1 to your EM. Okay. Harper's Ferry, no reinforcement. So we're gonna do the AOP reinforcement. It's basically a 2-die roll. Let's see what happens with modifiers. Here's your AOP. They're a 6. I don't think they got to get like a 12 or something. Let me see what it basically says. I got to add a modifier to the 2-die roll. And let's see if we're in. Let me check my sound level. Yeah, sound level's solid. Let me see. I want to see what counties we're actually in. The infantry is not in Jefferson. They're not in Jefferson. They're not in. They're not in Frederick, or are they? They are in Frederick, and does that one? But that's not one that counts. Only technically, the cavalry is in Jefferson County, so that'd be 2 points. No, they don't. They don't meet the threshold of 13, so nothing moves forward. Okay, as far as the AOP moving in the onboarding boxes around DC and Baltimore, so yeah, nothing moves forward there because they didn't meet the threshold with their modifiers. Okay, cool. Leader transfer phase. I don't think we're going to have any of those because the Union basically has 1 leader, but that's way over in Baltimore. He's not going to do anything with him, and the Rebs aren't going to do any leader transfers. Railroad station repair? No. Attachment phase? No. So we go right to action cycle as we are accustomed to. Union's the first of 2 numbers here. Here we go. It's 3-3. The Rebs own it. All right. Let's see what we're going to do here. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to activate Breckenridge, which is Gordon and Eccles. They're going to go to fatigue 1. And I see why I keep hitting this bar. All right. All right. Anyways. All right. So it's 1 die plus 2. They get to go 4 hexes. It's not all that, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Eccles. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a die roll, 2 die. 6-6 belongs to the Rebels again. Now, here's a decision. Now, we spoke in this game about how the rebels have to avoid manpower losses, and also along that same vein, um, disorganization is not something you want to take, but they are on a timetable. So, with that being the case, Breckenridge is going to activate again, but this is going to draw EM rolls at this point. So here it is. Here's the movement roll. One die plus two. And they only get a two, so it really wasn't worth it. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. Here's the EM roll. Gordon. One, he's all right. Eccles. Two, he's all right. Nobody flips. They really didn't move for shit, but nobody flipped, so that's okay. And it die roll, two die. Belongs to the Rebs again. Now let's go early and all M. Fatigue. Same deal. They're on green already and they're exhausted. One die plus two. All right. Well, it's three. All right. So that's five. One, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four. Shit. He can't even get on him. All right. And it die roll, two die. 5-3. Okay, Union finally wins in a net, and what they're going to do is they're going to do some entrenching. Stahl is going to entrench. Fatigue. He entrenches. Okay, and the die roll. Did they just roll another 5-3? Indeed, they did. Stahl is going to go to 2. Fatigue. And he's going to entrench again. I don't think he did entrench. Wait a minute. What's going on here? Wait a minute. There it is. Increase in trench. All right, so that's legit right there. And it die rolled, two die. 3-2. They win it again. Siegel's going to entrench. Fatigue. All right, so the Union's entrenching. And it die roll. They win it again. Siegel's going to go to yellow. Entrench. And a die roll. They win it again. All right, we're going to do some other type of movement here. We're going to move this 11 Maryland unit over here. Fatigue, increase, one die, two, one, two, and a die roll, two die. Well, the Union's on a run with activations here, but they'll just keep going. This guy's going to move again, one die. He only gets to go one. A die roll, two die. 6-5. They just, what did they, how many did they whipped off in a row here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've a whole bunch of them. All right, I'll tell you what, they're going to move Mr. 8 Illinois, fatigue, 2 die, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Tell you what, he's going to hang right there for right now. And a die roll. Okay, back to the Rebs finally. And what would they like to do? Yeah, what would they like to do? We're going to activate Johnson. He's the only one that is not disorganized. Fatigue. 2 die. Um, all right, I have to go back and check something that I screwed up, but let's move Johnson first. Here's two die. He only gets to go three. All right, one, two, three. I need to check something. You know how like when you play a game and something becomes aware to you like 10 minutes later. I need to adjust these, check the EMs from Gordon and Eccles because we're in heat right now, and I don't think that uh, it had any. I think they both rolled low on there. I think they both rolled ones or twos. Um, Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I think it was a 6-1. That was for the and then it was a 1-5 for the other thing. 3-3. It was a 2. What was the 6-6? Oh, that was the init. So it was a 1 and a 2 that was rolled. If you add a 1 for the heat, it still doesn't break them. So good thing for that. Good thing I remembered. And that's the only EMs that were rolled because Ramser and Rose didn't take it to the limit there. All right, cool. So we're totally legit. A knit die roll. 1-6 belongs to the Rebs. Excuse me. I think that is going to do. I think the Rebs are going to pass. I think they are going to pass. They are totally going to pass. All right, so the Union can do whatever it wants. Yeah. Let's see if there's anything else we want to do here. I think the Union is going to pass as well. Hold on. Actually, we'll take 8 Illinois. I'm gonna take him to 2. 2 die. He gets to go 8. What do we want to do with him? Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a good place to be. And a die roll. 5-5 Rebs pass. I think the Union's gonna pass as well. I think both parties are gonna pass at this point. Yeah. All right, cool. So Uh, all right, they both pass. So immediately, the first thing that I like to do is go deal with the rebel supply, which is huge in this game. So I immediately go to the supply button, which you guys can't see, and every single rebel unit goes from 1 to 0. All of them go to 1 to 0. So that means as we're speaking right now, every single unit, the rebels, I have to mark them as out of supply, which I'm going to do right now. All right, every one of these units is going to be marked out of supply. Manpower, because they started in a bad situation. That's why they're there right now. And all of these guys, OOS, out of supply. Okay, so once we take the rebel supply down, every single unit, then we allow them the opportunity to forage. And they're in an area right now where they're in the valley. The magic number is 4. So what we're going to try to do is get them to forage. So let's start with Johnson. What I do is I stop with the the most northern unit. Here's Johnson. Now he has a fatigue of 1. So basically, with the magic number being 4, based on where they are on the map, um, it's 4 minus his fatigue, which is um, 1. He has a fatigue of 1, so he has to get 3 or less on this die roll to get his supply restored. Um, let me just check out if heat has anything to do with this. Um, let me just take a quick look at heat before I start rolling this. One moment. If this is easy to find, heat. Just want to see if heat has any effect on foraging. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, what about heat's effects? Is it, it's not, I mean, I know what the effects are as far as the EM roll is, but I'm not even seeing it where it says that. It's kind of irritating in here. Heat. The random events tab was 3 possible heat results. Current. Okay. Like heat plus 1, heat plus 2. I get all that, but what are the results from heat? What does it mean? I mean, I know, but I'm wondering if there's other additional things. Sometimes they make this harder than it needs to be. Now I gotta go look for heat, if it has any effect on foraging. All right, I'll just read it from the foraging point of view. Foraging, blah, 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 unit may forage. Okay. Okay, fatigue level, good. So I'm reading about foraging and it doesn't mention heat at all. All right, screw that. All right, so let's go ahead and do this roll right here. Johnson, he needs a 1, 2, or 3 to regain his supply. Here's his roll. He gets a 2, so the LOS comes off. Out of supply comes off, and then I go up to the chart. Johnson's supply is put back to 5. He went from 0 to 5 with that die roll. All right, we move down to McCausland. He actually a 1, 2, 3, or a 4, and he gets it. He gets a 3. So again, manpower out of supply comes off. We go up to the chart. McCausland goes from 0 to 5. He's in business. All right. And let's look at where are the other two. I want to do the other 2 cavalry guys. Jackson, 1, 2, 3, or 4. He's a 1. He's good. They're rolling really good on this. Manpower out of supply. Jackson is restored. All right, and the last one should be Embedon as far as the cav is 1, 2, or 3, or 4, and they're getting this wide 1, 2, 3, or 4 because they didn't move. So sometimes it would be smart to limit your movement if you know you have to pass a supply roll, a foraging roll. All right, so here's Embedon 1, 2, 3, or 4. And he's a 6. He does not pass. All right. And then we go down to the infantry. Gordon, a 4. He moved twice. So his fatigue's a yellow. So he needs a 1 or a 2 to pass. Doesn't get it. He rolled a 3. See how this goes? He's out of supply. Remains out of supply. Eccles, a 1 or a 2. He gets a 2. All right, so Eccles is OOS comes off. Let me go up to the chart and restore him. Eccles, full supply. Okay, then the last 2 is Rhodes. They only moved 1, so a 1, 2, or a 3 restores Rhodes and Ramseur. Here's Rhodes. He gets a 2. He's restored. His OOS comes off. Out of supply, and that's Rhodes. Excuse me. Wow. It's he's got the COVID. Indeed, I did. Okay, and Ramser, here's his roll. He gets a 6. Not happening. All right, so basically, all but 3 units did not get their supply restored, and that's not bad. Okay, so we can go on to recovery and notice that the Union units will not recover. I got to manually do it. Here's recovery. Rebs recovered nicely. I have to manually recover the Union. Mulligan did not move or anything. See, Stahl and Siegel, their fatigue needs to. I don't know why this is. Maybe I did something, but now at least I know. In the last video, I wasn't aware of that this was going to happen. And that's one of the reasons why it got deleted. And I got to go to the other 2 units that I moved from the Union. This one from Maryland right here. Delete, decrease fatigue. And this one right here, 8 Illinois. And also there's one more, decrease fatigue. And the one that's over here by Harper's Ferry needs to lose that exhaustion. This guy right here. And he needs to be restored. Exhaustion. Flip him back and take off his disorg. All right, good. All right, so everything is cool in the gang. Everything's legit. And now we have to look at something else called, this is something else we got to get in the habit of checking. This is very important, is rebel county control. Okay, and I can tell you right now, as far as county control, let me back out a little bit. The Rebs do not control. I mean, what do they get points for? They do get points for Berkeley County. Let me take a look here. Let me go back to the scoring. Frederick, Washington, because you're looking at actually 2 different things for scoring on this. You're looking for scenario 4, and I'm playing scenario 5, but it includes all the scoring from scenario 4. Let me try to find this where you do get something for Berkeley. I kind of want to see that right now, and of course it's going to take me a million years to find it. I might have to find this after this video. Yeah, I do not. It's not easy for me to find right now. I'm gonna have to find it later. I definitely know Berkeley County is something you get points for. I'll have to look at that. I want to keep moving here. Because the point is they don't even own Berkeley County. So I'll check that out. It's not something that the rebels actually own. Do they get something for Frederick? I doubt that. I could be wrong. I'll have to look at that because I can't find anything about Berkeley County or Frederick right now. Maybe it's on 5. It's so hard to find. There's a ton of scoring in here. There's a million ways to score, and it's just so much shit that have the rebels scored. I don't know. Let me go back to county control. They must check to see whether he controls any counties. Yeah, no doubt, no duh about that. All right, yeah. So I'm going back to 4 and 5. Loudoun, Anne Arundel, Prince George's, Baltimore, D.C., but I'm not seeing anything for these early ones over here. I got to look at this later. It's like when I'm making a video and I'm trying to find shit, I can't do it. As soon as I turn off the recording, it'll pop right out at me. All right, forget it. I know they don't own Berkeley right now. All right. So, anyways, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna move on to the next. I'll play one more turn here, which is gonna be it's gonna be turn 3, July 4th. All right. So let's go back to the sequence of events. Random events. Here we go. To die. Better not be heat again. It's 8. Mosby, another thing I don't like to deal with. During the current unit, player may not move units by rail, blah, 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 blah. And there's another thing, if the Union doesn't have cavalry units, at least 2 manpower, not in Fairfax or Alexandria, which they do, because that's Mr. Lowell right here. He is, in effect, preventing Mosby from doing whatever the hell he does. He is in, is that Loudoun County? No, he's in Fairfax, Mr. Lowell, and he is a 2. Okay, so that prevents that. All right, we move on. Harper's Ferry, no. Reinforcement. Okay, so what we do is we're going to go into, let's see what county the infantry is in for the rebels. Are they in? They're not even in Berkeley County right now. They're only in Frederick. All right. So let's roll 2 dice for the AOP. It's a 12. So this is going to be, they may get something here. They may get something. Let's go read it. So they got a 12 plus 1 modifier. There is a modifier, and it says right here. We'll read it again. The unit player rolls 2 dice and consults the AP reinforcements table. The roll may be modified. Okay, so what's going to happen here? The Union player notes which counties the Confederate units occupy. If the counties occupy cavalry only, the modifier is halved. Okay, are they in Jefferson, Berkeley, Rappahannock, or Culpeper? They are in. Technically, you have 2 guys that are in Berkeley. You've got Johnson's in Berkeley, and you got 2 Cav guys that are in Jefferson. So that would be 4, but it's half because they're only Cavs. It'd be +2, and you rolled a 12. So you get to move 1 division. Now, what does that mean? We get to move 1 division. No. Okay. He moves the corresponding units to the Potomac River and or Chesapeake boxes. All right, let's bring that up. You can't see that at home. So basically what I'm going to do is, and who gets to move? It tells you what unit goes first, I believe. Now it's going to take me a sec to find out which one this is. You have to go. I got to turn my fan on. I'm dying of heat over here. Okay, you have to move a certain unit first. Reinforcements are selected in the following manner. The first corps sent is 6th Corps. Okay, so we'll just move, if that's the case, let's move Getty. Getty is going to be the first unit to move, and he's going to go to Potomac River box. Okay, is that legal? Let me see what I've done here. And let me just read again. Okay, if he receives a reinforcement result, and that result, by the way, yielded 1 division, which Getty is a 1 division, we moved him into the Potomac River box. Okay. And a corps leader is sent when the 2nd division, okay, blah, 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 blah. And a maximum of 15 can be in the box at one time. We'll worry about that later. I don't know how the hell you can move. Anyways, whatever. we'll worry about that. So we have moved a division over. I think that's how that goes. What is this? All right. I think that's how it goes. And let's move on. So we move on to leader transfer. Okay, Rebs. I believe we got the Rebs will leader transfer, not the Union, because they really don't have a leader on the board. They do in Baltimore, but we're not worried about that. I think the Rebs are going to, yeah, they're going to transfer Breckenridge to Eccles. No, wait a minute. Yeah, that's totally legal. Breckenridge to Eccles, and then yeah, and that's it, and that's all they're going to do. All right, moving right along. Railroad repair, no attachment. Action cycle. This is going to be a last turn of this video. 31 minutes, and again, we're on turn 3. And guess what? We don't have any heat this time. All right, solid. Let me increase my resolution, and we're gonna roll for initiative. Here we go. And die roll 2 die. Hold up. Get rid of this. 3-3, and that's going to be Rebel Annette. Okay, so we're still far away from where we need to be. It's going to be Eccles and Gordon are going to go ahead and activate. Nothing bad can happen when you're fatigue 1. 1 die plus 2. 7. Okay. He's going to take this tack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right there. And these two, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now, so I'm sort of perplexed right here. I don't want to push my Rebs into bad situations with EM supply, but it's turn 3. They got to get going. A die roll. It's 1-5. Okay, so the Rebs have the initiative. What do they want to do? God. They're going to move. We're going to go back down to these two. Early's crew. Early's crew, yo. All right. All right, so these two activate him. Fatigue. 1 die plus 2. And 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ramser 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, net die roll. 6-6. Reb a net. I think what we're gonna do here is, what are we gonna do? Well, we're gonna take Early's crew to yellow. That's what we're gonna do. All right, 1 die plus 2. 5. Kind of underwhelming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, there was no EMs there required. A net die roll. 2-1 belongs to the Union. Okay, Union, what are you gonna do? They're coming. They're coming for you, Union. Yeah. What are we gonna do? Well, what Stahl is gonna do is, hey, we'll just keep entrenching. Okay. Yep. And they did increase. All right. Solid. And a die roll. Oh, God. 1-3 belongs to the Rebs. All right. So it's going to activate Johnson. Fatigue. And 2 die. and he gets in 8. 8 plus 1 is a 9, and we're going to put him in a good position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to right there. Hell, 7. We'll take him right there. Let's do it. They're not going to attack me. And the die roll tonight. 6-5 belongs to the Union. What is going to happen here? I think Mulligan's going to make a move to help his peeps out. Fatigue. And here, 1 die. And he moves 2. 1, 2. And the die roll. 1, 2 belongs to the Rebs. Now, the Rebs, what is their deal? They really don't have the fatigue to get up there. Breckenridge. Let's try to be aggressive, Breckenridge. Fatigue. Here's his movement. By the way, that's just him by himself. With Eccles. Eccles 1 die plus 2. They do get a nice roll, which is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now he has. Okay, 2 things here. He's got 2 left, and Stahl is a cav. But before any of that, before a possible cav retreat, I have to do my EM. So here's his EM roll. It's a 3. He's good. Now he has 2 movement points left, and Stahl sees what position he's in. He's like, I gotta bounce, man. But actually, keep in mind that he's a 6. He has entrenchments that take him to 6, but he is surrounded. It would be a +4 flank, so it doesn't matter. He's got to get the hell out of here. Because they could do a normal attack. What you would have right here is a 6 being attacked by a 7, and yeah, and you do have water there, but you're gonna get out. Well, you're surrounded. You're giving up a big flank there. So Stahl is gonna do a cav retreat, fatigue, increase fatigue, and he's gonna give up that entrenchment. Entrench, delete the entrenchment, and he's going to disorg, manpower, disorg, and hits a 4 to 6. And here's what he's going to do. He's going to go, no matter where he's going to be in a Zoc, he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't matter. That's 5, 6. He's going to go right there. And by the way, here's his roll for that cav retreat. A 4. So he was a 3, which gave him like 2. So that's a 6 plus the water is a 7. That's going to definitely take away Eccles' last 2 points. No doubt about that. All right, cool. A knit die roll. 4-3 belongs to the Union. Okay, well, that was an interesting thing there. I mean, if Johnson wasn't behind him providing that 4 flank, he probably would have stayed there and welcomed an attack from Breckenridge and company. The Union wins the init, and I think Mulligan is going to go to 2. 1 die for movement. He gets to go 5. Okay, Mulligan. How about this? 1, 2, 3, 4. He pulls up right there. Okay, that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. And a die roll. 4-2 belongs to the Union. I think we're gonna have Siegel just friggin' entrench again. Okay, and he's gonna entrench, increase, bang. They're up to fort status. That's going to be a tough nut to crack. And a die roll tonight. 4-3 belongs to the Union. I think the Union's good right here. Why doesn't Siegel just go again? Fatigue, increase fatigue, and take it to full fort status. Entrench, increase. Why did he's still on F2? Hey, notice how his F2 went from white to red. Okay, take it back up there. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm sure it's good for the Union. I have to look into it. I don't know what the difference is between the white and the red F2. That's I haven't seen that before. Anyways, a knit die roll 2 die. 2-2 belongs to the Rebs. All right, Rebs. How's your cavalry doing? I think one of them did not. Yeah, Impotent still got problems. Let's move Jackson. Get rid of his entrenchment. Delete. Fatigue. 2 die. And he gets to go, what, 4? Damn. Okay, 4 it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a die roll. 2-1 belongs to the Union. All right, so we're going to move over some of these guys over. Actually, Weber, he's going to... I think Weber, on that last recovery, he should have naturally went up 1. You notice how, like, the Union did not... I didn't adjust to Weber. I think Weber should have went up naturally on his entrenchment. So I'm going to move him up 2. Increase the one that he's buying with the fatigue right now, and the one that he did not get on the recovery, because none of the Union units are recovering for whatever reason. So I'm going to bump him up again. Entrench, increase entrench. I think that might be accurate. All right, a knit die roll 2 die. 5-6 belongs to the Rebs. Yeah, Jackson going to 2. 2 die. 7 plus 1 is 8. Let's move him up on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a good place to be. Knit die roll 2 die. 1-6 belongs to the Rebs. Impotent, why don't you just sit there and work on your supply issues? We'll move McCausland. Fatigue, increase, delete entrenchment. 2 die plus 1. It's a 7. Yeah. I'm going to actually go down 1 on that resolution. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A knit die roll 2 die. 7. Well, 2-5 belongs to the Rebs. So what do we got going on here? We've got... Are we going to run all our cavalry up on that side? That actually may not be a bad idea. McCausland, let's take him again. Increase 2 die plus 1. He's going to go 11. All right. How about this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to right there. And a die roll 2 die. 5-1 belongs to the Union. Yeah, Union. Okay. What they want to do is they want to get this guy over here rolling. It's important to them. 11 Maryland fatigue increase, 1 die for movement. 2, 1, 2, and the die roll 2 die. They win it again. 11 Maryland again, going to fatigue 2, 1 die. 2. Jeez. Okay, and the die roll 2 die. 6, 5. You know what? 11 Maryland to 3 fatigue. Movement 1 die. Okay, there's a 6. 1, 2, 3. They're into Frederick, but here's the ZM roll. 2, he's actually okay. All right, so they get into Frederick, where this will bear fruit in a little in mid game. The Union to have a nice presence in Frederick is going to be something that is going to prove to be important. Usually is. Okay, and the die roll. It's 5-2 Union. What about this character down here, 8 Illinois? Let's back out, look at the big picture a little bit, see what we can do. What does he want to do? All right, he's going to head up this way. Fatigue. 2 die. A 9. All right, he's going to head up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And a die roll, 2 die. 2-2 belongs to the Rebs. Okay, Rebs, let's take a look around, see what we say. Imboden's going to stay there. We want to get a supply situation, and the best way to do that is not move him. Gordon, we move. Do not move Gordon. Again, he's got a supply issue. Breckenridge, you can move him again, but he'll break. What's the point? Don't break him right now, because looks like the Union's going to put on a really nice defense at Martinsburg. It's already above. It's not going to be a cakewalk. That's for sure. Yeah, so they can't have Breckenridge breaking. So, but what about Early and Rhodes? Yeah, they're not going to move either. The Rebs are their supply situation and the risk tolerance for breaking into disorganization is just they can't have it. They just can't have it. But then again, they got a timetable. This is like 19 turns, and we're on turn 3 already. Is that where we are? Yeah. And what have they done? Nothing. They haven't even taken Martinsburg out. I'm telegraphing what I'm doing. They're going to pass. They're going to pass to the Union. Okay, what's the Union going to do here? Stall, nothing. Actually, yeah, he's going to sit tight. Mulligan, these guys are sitting tight. And Jackson, yeah, the Union is sitting tight. They're actually Weber's going to go to fatigue 2, and he's going to maximize that entrenchment. He just took it to F2. Wow. Okay. All right, and it die roll 2 die. 2-6 belongs to the Rebs. Rebs are passing to the Union. Union, what are you doing? They're going to bring up 8 Illinois. Fatigue, increase, 2 die. 12. Wow. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He'll stop right there. A knit die roll, 2 die. 5, 6 belongs to the Rebs. Rebs pass. I think looking out at the big picture, I think they want to keep Lowell there for the Mosby rolls. 8 Illinois moved up nicely, and Maryland got to Frederick where they want to be. These guys are maximizing their entrenchments. I think the Union has done nice. The Rebs really aren't moving that well. I think both both parties are going to pass at this point. And I think the F2, where it goes from white to red, I think that is a build-up, sort of like B1 to B2. I think, and once you get to F3, that means you have a fully functioning fort at that point. Say that 5 times. Fully functioning fort. All right, so I think that's what's going to happen. I think that's going to end the turn. So bang, turn 3 is over. Let's go deal with our supply issues. So the first thing we do, everybody comes down 1. Okay, if you're on 0, you can't go any lower. Everybody else comes down 1. So we have 3 units that have supply issues that can't go any lower. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try to forage for everybody, and let's start with, they're all still in on number 4. Let's start with McCausland. He needs a 1 or a 2 to improve his situation. He gets a Ford, no such luck. Jackson, 1 or a 2. 3, no such luck. 1 moment, please. Okay, you guys don't know how many times I've had to mute myself and cough. So anyways, those guys, it didn't work out. Johnson, a 1, 2, or a 3. He does get a 3, so he's going to improve his situation. Johnson, where is he? Where is he? He just went from 4 to 5. He was in good overall supply anyway. Next unit is Eccles. He's a 1 or a 2. He does get a 2. Eccles is going to improve his situation. He goes from 4 to 5. He was pretty good anyway. Next goes to, this is very important, Gordon. He needs a 1, 2, or a 3. Doesn't get it. It's a 4. His situation is going from bad to worse. Early needs a 1 or a 2. He's a 6. No. Ramser needs a 1 or a 2. He does get it. Now it was huge because Ramser was OOS. Manpower, out of supply. Let's go fix Ramser. That's huge. He had a problem. And then the last one's Imboden. Imboden at 1, 2, 3, or 4 fixes him. He gets a 2, so he's fixed. Manpower, OOS. Oh, wait, out of supply, OOS. Imboden, let's go fix him. Okay, so we fixed 3 out of the 4. Gordon is the one with the persistent supply issue. And let's look at this right now. When Gordon, I'm not saying that him particularly, but someone in a situation that is OOS and we advance, we go to the next turn, they automatically become disorganized. He may have been disorganized anyway, but if not, being OOS and going into the next turn will knock him down. But he's the only one with issues right now. Okay, now we can hit recovery. Remember, the union does not recover. I got to manually do it. Okay, the Rebs have recovered. The Union has not recovered. So I'm going to go over here and manually do the Union. Fatigue. Decrease fatigue. And decrease fatigue. Okay, Martinsburg and Harper's Ferry, because they both had fatigue on them, they will not automatically advance their entrenchments. Okay, let me go over here and take care of Harper's Ferry, take his fatigue off of him, decrease, 8 Illinois, fatigue, decrease. I don't know why this won't do it. Maybe it's something I did to screw things up. And then fatigue, decrease. So this 11 Maryland, he's going to take an exhaustion. All right, so let's make sure I got everybody. Yeah, Lowell hasn't moved. But notice Lowell hasn't moved. He should have grabbed. I'm going to put 2 turns worth of entrenchment on him because he should have picked up at least 2 turns of entrenchment. All right, so now you notice these rear echelon people. They have not. I'm gonna put entrenchments on them. Like for instance, Wisewell. He hasn't moved, and I'm gonna put like 3 entrenchments on him. Increase entrench. Increase entrench. I'm gonna look for it. There may be some rule that says that you can't do that. Actually, you know what? Let me take Wisewell off it. There may be some rule that these guys can't entrench for a while. Let me do that before I put entrenchments on them. The greater DC and Baltimore area, there may be some rule that says that they don't entrench. So I'll look into that. But 8 Illinois, he's good. PHP, he's all right. I think he should have entrenched. Increase. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Entrenchment. All right, right there. And Weber, he's good because he had fatigue on him. So same thing with Siegel over there in Martinsburg, but they're just gonna manually do it. Okay, so and Stahl, how many fatigues did he have? He had 2 on him. Stahl had 2 fatigues on him. I know he was yellow, so that would not have, that would not brought him out of disorganization. If he had just the green on him, he would have came out of disorganization, but not with the 2. Okay, so let's do a time check right here. It's 57 minutes. This is a long video. So here's the situation after how many turns? The first 2 turns were heat turns, and then we finished the 3rd turn. So we finished 3 turns out of 19, and here's the situation right here. The Rebs are what I would categorize as out. Try to say it again. I would categorize the Rebs as thoroughly behind schedule, but they do start the game in an out of supply, a bad supply situation, and they pretty much rectified that, so they can get going and make things happen now. Martinsburg is looking pretty damn well, nicely defended right here. This is going to be a tough nut to crack for the Rebs. This is not going to be a cakewalk. I've played this against people where I've come on as the Rebels, and the defenses of Martinsburg were not up to where they should be. But these guys look like they're gonna be a tough out, so to speak. But we'll see what happens in turn 4. So here's what you have. You've got Eccles, but he's got an exhaustion. Gordon can't get a supply situation together, and then you have Early and Ramser. Ramser got his together. So and that's where they are. Yeah, the Rebs are definitely behind schedule. Definitely. And they better get their forces together, because with Mulligan here, Stahl, and Siegel, he's going to be at a full strength forward by the time they get there. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. Anyways, so I'm John. I'm out. We're at an hour. Thanks for watching. I don't know where the last hour went, but um, thanks for putting up with my coughing. You heard many coughs, and I muted a shit ton of them. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Can't wait. We're actually going to see some combat next turn. I'll see you guys then. All right. Bye bye.